All right, guys. And we are live here for day two of the NFL Combine coverage. Day two, of course, going to be the defensive backs and tight ends. We've got a lot of defensive backs invited here to the NFL today. I don't know if they're going to be starting with the tight ends or if it's going to be the uh, defensive backs first. We're definitely getting ourselves geared up here for the defensive back drills. Tight end, not going to be a big need for the Baltimore Ravens, of course. Very settled here. There's a lot of people. Brock Bowers, number one, the number two position going to the Texas kid, Jatavion Sanders. After that, though, the number three tight end spot kind of really up for grabs still. So a lot of these guys got something to fight for here today at the combine. Looking on the defensive backside, I mean, we've got like a whole page plus about another half page here. Just in entrance alone, they're not going to separate cornerbacks from safeties too much, it looks like. So we're going to have to be running through these. Of course, you got a couple guys. Keep an eye on the defensive backside. Brown, Lee, Melton, Mitchell. I know there's one more. Where's my last guy? My last Senior Bowl standout guy. Don't know where my last marking is, but we got a couple of guys we're keeping an eye on. On the tight end, Theo Johnson, Penn State was a Senior Bowl standout from the tight end room, so we're going to be looking at for him. Oh, there's my last guy, Smith Wade from Washington State, and Williams from Oregon. Also, some of the Senior Bowl standouts. So there's quite a few guys. The defensive back room, they're expecting, what was it? I believe 7 to 8 guys in the first round conversation for cornerbacks. There's a lot of the smaller nickel guys in the second group of them. There's been a lot of questions about TJ Tampa's speed, and will he be able to show that he can turn and run? The safeties are not so impressive in this draft compared to previous drafts. You got guys like Bullock leading the way with USC with some issues of tackling. Good morning, Forktail. But there's a couple guys we're keeping an eye on. The defensive back drills are one of my favorites to watch. I feel like you can learn a good bit from them. Just seeing how their hips flip, but, we'll see, right? It's always fun to watch. I don't know if you saw, let's get it up here real quick. By the way, before coverage started today, of course, the defensive tackle, or the group from yesterday, I should say, the day one group finished their bench press earlier. So anyone that was interested in that, Chris Jenkins ranking in the top, tied for second here. Jordan Jefferson, the LSU guy, holding the single spot at the top. Let me double check my notes here on him. So he didn't even run the 40 yesterday, so he came and just did the bench press, it looks like. Impressive 34 reps on the bench. We got a three-way tie for second between Tyler Davis from Clemson, Chris Jenkins from Michigan, and Rook Orohoro from Clemson, who definitely, in my opinion, earned himself some money yesterday. Rounding out the list, you got Mekhi Wingo coming with an impressive 25, Lee 25, and Fisk continuing his impressive day with 26. Honestly, guys like Wingo and Lee are a little bit more on my radar now, like Orohoro after that draft. Looking more at the edge rushers or defensive ends on that bench press. As soon as it loads here. Jared Verse led the way. Jared, impressive 31 reps. After that, dropping to 26, 25, and 23. Good to see guys like Javon Solomon, Kamara putting up the reps too. Marshawn Nealon from Western Michigan, another guy that looked really good yesterday. We're excited to see, what comes out of it. But a lot of these defensive backs today are going to be trying to prove that they have that top end elite speed. We've seen it a lot, and we had cut our coverage. We had to actually go run some errands. We didn't show the linebackers, but Peyton Willis and Dallas Turner. Man, what I would give to get Dallas Turner, but he's going to be long gone before in our mock draft. I am very interested to see how, the combine though is going to change maybe some of the most recent mock drafts. Of course, haven't really seen it yet, but we'll get there. Forktail, I'm not dabbed and ready yet, but I'm about to be dabbed and ready. Sweat, I'm guessing, didn't bench. I don't see the score anywhere. He might be holding off on that one. He definitely thought he was gonna run faster yesterday, and he didn't. Like, oh, by the way, quick update. I don't know if you saw, guys. Kool-Aid Jones, or Kool-Aid McKinstry, I'm sorry, actually found a Jones fracture in his foot during the medical side. So he's being shut down, will not, of course, participate in any drills, and really might hurt his draft stock a little bit. Another big story we're keeping an eye on is Marvin Harrison Jr. did not attend his 8 a.m. Media this morning. So we don't really know why he missed it. The NFL just said he missed it. So, like the reporters were saying earlier, hopefully everything's okay, big homie. But all right, we're going to slide off camera while we get this dab and get ready, son. The Ravens, of course, might, could really sneak in a defensive back somewhere in this draft. Marlon's getting up there in age. Brandon Stevens, we still have to sign to a contract extension. Of course, Jalen Armour Davis and Demarion Pepe Williams have been injured, and Ronald Darby and Arthur Mollett are both free agents, as well as with Geno Stone. So Ravens could maybe also even use a little bit of a safety. But, of course, Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams are the starting two, but Ravens deployed that 3 safety look, allowing Kyle Hamilton to drop down into the box and just kind of shade whoever was down there. Where he played at an absolute Pro Bowl level. So we kind of like to be able to keep Kyle Hamilton able to play that role, but we'll wait and see, right? Oh, we got 40. Hey, we got Abrams Drain starting off with a 4.44 off the rip. That's good stuff. Arnold. 189. Trying to get all their weights and their numbers again. I missed Abrams' weight, but I know his number and I know his time, so. Terrion Arnold, Alabama cornerback, 189, just a quarter inch under 6 foot. He's looking to cement his status as the number 1 corner in this draft potentially. I'm not sure on the Jones fracture entirely. I'll double check here in just a moment. Man, he is taking a hot minute to get going here. Good start. And 4.51, a little slower. And like they're saying, comparing Terrion Arnold to Jalen Johnson, the cornerback of the Bears, who's a free agent this year, looking to get paid. So definitely something. Watch the combine for free. That I'm not sure on. I'm watching on NFL Plus, and I know there's some other stuff out there. Devonshire going to be number 7. Wow, they jumped. Wow, they just jumped from Arnold to Devonshire. They just jumped like 10 people here. Interesting. 186 here. MJ Devonshire, Pittsburgh. I think it's interesting, too. They got rid of the 10-yard split measurement. 4.45. Welcome in, Michael. Welcome in, Steve-O. How y'all doing today? Good run for Devonshire, honestly, that 4.45. We got Marcus Dial coming up from USC, 190 pounds. 5'11 3/4, so another guy just a quarter inch away from that 6 foot. We got Peter Schrager, someone who actually likes the Ravens a little bit. Wish I could show the you know, Dial here with his first run. Digging the hair, 4.47. Good run. Basically just trying to show me that, hey, man, if someone takes you on the go route, you got that next level speed to go with them, or do I really got to rely on a safety to cover over top of you all the time? Sivo says, getting to the start of 2 foot snow after it rained all night. Oh, man, that's rough. I mean, that snow is going to stick really good, if I'm not mistaken. Willie Drew, number 10 here. VSU, Virginia State University. And 4.48. Green, number 11, 186 officially. I know there's a couple of these guys that they're keeping an eye on to make sure that they're up to weight, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I have my notes on it here. Wasn't Andrew Phillips. There's a couple of them here, though. They're trying to make sure that they're up to weight, which is why we're keeping an eye on the weigh-ins of some of these defensive backs. Here's Green from FSU and 4.54, one of the slower of the group so far. Actually, the slowest of the defensive back group so far, which 4.54 is still a great number. 4.54 doesn't change my opinion about your play really that much at all. We got Harden, number 13, coming up next, 195 from South Dakota, 5'10", 7'8". And there just are a lot of people today, and he's got a false start. While he false starts, we're going to get our second dab ready. And they're just getting hard and reset now here for this 40. Let's see, 4.52. Not a bad run. Four, 5, 2, 1, 7, 9. Oh, 4.39. Wow. Like they said, man, I'd be more surprised when one of these Penn State guys disappoints in their speed. Like, it's crazy. Welcome in, Christopher. What's up, my guy? We're watching the NFL Combine today. We're hanging out, chilling. Today is tight ends and defensive backs. We're still waiting, of course, for the NFL tracker to update on these 40 times, but The defensive backs are getting started here in Indy with their 40s. Cam Hart from Notre Dame with a 4.5. I missed his weight. Yeah, but man, chilling. Christopher says, who you think we going to get in what position? I'm really leaning towards tackle with that first overall pick. Potentially edge. There's a lot of different ways this could unfold for the Ravens. I've got my plan that I kind of would like to go over. Hold on. We got a big guy here. Jackson, 194, and he's 6'3". Kyrie Jackson from Oregon. These Oregon guys are usually pretty quick. Looks like he stood up a little too fast there. 4.5. Not bad. But also, we're keeping an eye on the weight and height of a lot of these defensive backs. I know a lot of them aren't really getting over that 170 range, supposedly, and it's becoming a concern for scouts. I believe someone said this might be one of the smaller defensive back groups of recent memory, especially like after the first top tier guys go. Christopher says we don't really need much, but we can always update. So, Christopher, here's my thing. We got some holes we do need to fill in free agency. So let's talk about like some of the big concerns. Obviously, Ronnie Stanley's cap number is getting kind of high up there. The injury concerns are a little bit. We don't really need to make a change there, but this is a draft that is so deep at tackle that I could definitely see the Ravens taking a best player available scenario, which could end up in a tackle position. Ideally, I think a lot of people are going to be pointing at the guard position for the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, Kevin Zeitler headed into free agency coming off a Pro Bowl year. And of course, left guard John Simpson, former Oakland Raider that we signed this past year, filling in admirably. However, at the guard position, I don't think the Ravens are going to attack it quite like people expect. I believe Andrew Voorhees will be taking over at the left guard position, battling Lovalu, who, of course, the Ravens carried the entire season on the active roster, yet he didn't really play. I think he's going to be a hidden jewel for the Baltimore Ravens. So the left guard will come down between Laulu and Voorhees, while we saw Ben Cleveland fill in at right guard already this past season when Zeitler was injured, finishing almost identical in PFF grades. So I believe the Ravens are set at guard. I believe what they would like to do is figure out Ronnie Stanley's future replacement at left tackle this year, and then next year figure out the right tackle, basically. Morgan Moses for what he's getting paid, like $6 million, I believe. I'm more than happy with. What up, Carcast? What up, John Leger? So of course, like I said, tackle could be a very easy target there for the Baltimore Ravens. I honestly worked out a weird strategy. Now, hear me out. Don't lose me here, Raven Flock, yet. Ronnie Stanley's due like $23 million, I believe, if not more. I'm more fine with a number around $16 million for Ronnie this year. I would actually love to lower that cap number and let him hit free agency next year potentially. But let's go with the crazy scenario that the Ravens move on from Ronnie Stanley. I think that there is such tackle depth in this draft that they could easily do that, which would save a lot of money and allow a lot of free agent moves. Hold on, we got DJ James, number 17 from Auburn running here. Hold on, 4.43. Trying to catch up on these real quick. They usually like to Johnson, Isaiah, 19, Syracuse, 4.64. That's a weird one. Hopefully he gets a better run. Elijah Jones out of Boston College, 4.45. Sorry, they're catching us back up. Jerry and Jones out of Florida State, 438, a nickel guy, as they said. Kalen King, number 22 here. 461. Ooh, they said there was questions about his speed, and it showed on the 40. McGlovern, number 24 at the Combine today. The Arkansas Razorback, 447. Looked like it was going to be slow. He's tall. He got to be up. Ooh, here's a guy we're keeping an eye on. Max Melton, a Senior Bowl guy, 187, standout. They said this guy's a dog. Let's see what his 40 comes out as. 439. Dog. He just made some money between the Senior Bowl and the Combine, honestly. Keep an eye on that guy. Max Melton out of Rutgers. Congratulations to him. But, you know, we got Kenyon Mitchell coming up now out of Toledo. The 195. Another Senior Bowl standout. He's honestly worked his way into the first round conversation. He's a 6-foot-plus guy. I keep trying to make sure I make marks of the 6-foot-plusers, but I am forgetting to do some of them. 433. My God, and he just got the fastest 40 time, just like that. We've got a new fastest 40 for the Combine. They're telling the lady now. Check the box. He just ran just faster. And at 195, running a 433, 190, 28 Newton. .452 for Newton out of TCU. But, yeah, so there's a lot of tackles. The Ravens could address tackle in this draft really easily, basically. There's going to be a couple tackles that are going to hit free agency that might be open to taking a $6 to $10 million deal. For example, Tyron Smith could take that deal. He basically already has been taking that deal for the Cowboys, trying to chase a ring. While he does have injury concerns, so has Ronnie Stanley. And if you look at the pass protection, you know, for $13 million less, potentially getting someone like, you know, Tyron Smith, who can pass protect just as well. The Jets might move on from a guy. The Dolphins might have, you know, there's going to be some tackles out there in this free agent market too. And so what I would like to do actually for the Ravens is not be pigeonholed into any pick, aka tackle. And basically, then I have the option of starting either 439 for Prince out of Ole Miss. You know, so ideally, you have your future left tackle. You also have a veteran to teach him and be the potential, like, you know, 40 to 60% snap guy. This is a 6-foot guy, 190 Pritchett. He's a 6-foot. But yeah, man, this DB group is fast, like they just said. But yeah, so that would give the Ravens. Also, edge is really high. Yep, I'll see you in a minute, Christopher. Pritchett, Auburn University, 436. Like they said, this group is fast. I mean, they did say it was a little smaller, but honestly, even like that's a 6-foot 190 corner running a 436. Oh, here's Rakestraw. Gonna be wearing number 32, 183 officially in the weigh-in, just under 6 foot, 5'11", 3/8. The Missouri defensive back. Been a lot of talks about this guy's versatility. Let's see how he runs. Looks good, but runs a little slow somehow. 4.54. That's honestly solid enough for me. Ooh, we got a 6'2", 188 guy, Richardson. 88. He's worth 33. And I'm sorry, like I said, we're trying to make sure we get everyone's numbers for this so that when they go to the drills, we can 4-3-4. Good run. God. Like I said, these guys are fast. Forktail says they're not showing the splits. I know. I've been wondering about that actually. Let's see if actually that might be a better idea to show on here if I can get them to show the splits. Hey, there we go. We all know they're 40 times because we're watching. Let's look at the splits. Willie Drew, look at that split. Drew ran the 4.48. Wow. We'll see how that gets updated. Here's Sainstrill wearing number 35. 4.47. I didn't get his weight measurement, so we're going to try to get that on the second round. Harbaugh clapping on for his guy. Honestly, I expected Sainstrill to run a little higher than that, so that's good for you, my guy. I honestly expected the 4.5, so getting under the 4.5 for you, I think it's exactly where you needed to be. Shows me that you got, Chow Smith Wade wearing number 36 for the drills, 184. And that's Washington State University. He's going to get blown for the false start. Let's see. Willie Drew, though. So on the 10-yard split, ranking number 1 currently. Forktail says Sainstrill is a dog. I know he's been pretty popular in my mock drafts to the Ravens, honestly, because I'm looking for a guy that can kind of play inside, outside, whatever. And I think he would be an excellent addition. Of course, he probably knows our system from Mike McDonald, too. I will admit the one group I'm not excited for today is the tight ends. Like I am and I'm not, because I'm going to try to make another team some money, but I'm not going to find any money myself. 4.54 for the Washington State defensive back. But because the Ravens don't really need tight ends, but of course you probably can't really see it here, but we've been analyzing some of the rosters and roster needs and like what we're looking at in the draft. Green Bay actually looking in a great position going into the draft. I'm excited to play around with their roster a little bit. Hill 189 here. Still 189. Maryland corner, just under 6 foot. He's off. That looked like a weird start for Still. 4.52. Usually expect Maryland guys to be fast. He looks disappointed by it. Forktail says Sainstrill made many big clutch plays as Michigan. Yeah. I know him and Jenkins. Ooh, we got a 6.228 watts. 41. Wow, we are jumping down. So we're missing a lot of corners here. 208 and another. I'm going to list him as 6'3". He's 1/8 of an inch off here. Watts from Texas. Big corner. 4.53. Good time for that size, honestly. For someone basically 6'3" and 208 pounds to first run 4.53 at the combine, solid. I wonder if we're going to get Wiggins. They jumped from Smith Wade, who was number 36. I'm sorry, Still, who was 37 from Maryland, all the way to Watts at 41s. Here's Wiggins, 6'1", 173. 4.29, and a lot of people expected him to light it up, and he just did. That's the fastest of the combine. A lot of people saying he's fighting to try to be that number 1 corner himself off the board, and really helped himself there. Like they said, not a lot of people surprised by that speed, but good for him, man. And these 10-yard splits are getting updated for the defensive backs now. Oh, we got Abrams coming back up for his second run, and a little slower this time, 4.5. And that's what everyone expected. And Chris Abrams' drain is someone I've taken a lot in my third round too, basically. If usually Sainstrill's actually been taken off the board before him. So I end up. Now, Terry and Darnold here definitely looking to improve. The Alabama corner, number 2, definitely looking to improve off this 4.51 on his first run. Not many of these guys really need to improve off their first runs. The 4.29, that was Wiggins out of Clemson, the 173, 6'1" corner. So we're long and rangy kind of guy. And 4.55 on the second run. So you don't usually see the second run faster, and we didn't. Arnold, honestly, that's not a good start to the day. Come on, man. I got faith in you, young man. But honestly, really could hurt his potential. And like we said, Kool-Aid with the Jones fracture. And we'll double check that Jones fracture here real quick. A Jones fracture is a fracture on the bone of the pinky toe side of your foot, the 5th metatarsal. So it's on the outside edge of your foot, essentially. That's rough. Not a huge injury, but definitely going to prevent him from running today and might even prevent his pro day. That's a rough break if it is. Let's see, though, these 10-yard splits. DeAndre Prince with the 1.47 split. Prince ran a 4.48 compared to Richardson's 4.34. Interesting. Very interesting. Richardson, though, of course, being one of the 6'2 corners. 4.34 at 6'2", 188. That Mississippi State corner honestly just got my eye for the measurables. It seems this one of the ones where I love because I didn't know much about Deca Marion Richardson out of Mississippi State. But based off his measurables, you best bet I'm going to go check his film out now. And see maybe if there's that translation, basically see. This is where it starts getting fun because I have to start, I started already, but looking at the strength of schedules at the end of the season, mid-season, basically the rankings of position groups and what they faced, injuries, doesn't mean anything if the guy's injured in a game. Seeing if he's playing if I can identify a high-level matchup and how he did in that. And then often, like what I'd like to do for the quarterbacks, I find one of the games where they balled out. Let's go see them at their best. All right, now let's go find the tape of them supposedly at their worst. And if I'm still interested, I'll usually find the average of their season, what they produced on a regular basis, essentially mean number or average number. And basically, then at that point, kind of think about the matchups and pick a game from there to evaluate as a third game to watch. And then, like I said, if I like everything that I see from there, I'll admit, one of the things I like to do for the quarterbacks is, first thing I do is every throw, CJ Stroud this game, basically. And it cuts all the film out, basically. Hold on, we got Devonshire running a second run. Okay. But, Mississippi State or Missouri State in the SEC? I believe so. Yeah. A lot of these guys not running fast on the second run. A lot of them got really good times. I wish NFL, you would give me their weight in height for longer, or at least on the second run more. Especially with this second 40 times. Ooh, Willie Drew got a second 40 time again. He's one of the few people that ran hard. It's one of those ones where it gets a small note, in my opinion, as well. Oh no, Nate Wiggins. Oh, Nate Wiggins got a groin injury after the run in that 40. He might have pulled his. And Renardo Green gonna improve his 40. Supposedly Nate wanted to run faster, but didn't get. He's not gonna be. He's probably honestly done for the day after running that 40. Gosh. Miles Harden here. That's South Dakota State, 4.51. Daquan Hardy. Man, that's sad. I wish we were seeing more of these corners too. Like, case in point, on the list here to start the guy the draft or the combine guys. So Abrams Drain's number 1. Arnold from Alabama is number 2. It then jumps to Devonshire at number 7. So Bishop from Utah, Braid from Maryland, Bradford from what is that, TCU? I can't even read my own handwriting at this point. Brownlee from Louisville, Bullard from Georgia, Bullock from USC. Maybe some of these guys are technically they're going to split the defensive backs into safeties, corners potentially. I'm kind of hoping so, but we'll find out here because I am noticing a lot of the names. Case in point, like Bullock and Tampa are more safeties, but I know DeJohn's a corner from Iowa. Would not haven't seen him at all, so we'll have to see what some of these numbers go. Yeah, groin and hamstring injuries are concerning for those fast twitch guys. Hopefully it's just a pull and he's okay. A pull at the combine is nothing to worry about, but ooh, and Daquan Hardy running back-to-back 4.39 40s on the dot. Ooh, that is fast. And see, here's something interesting to keep an eye on. We saw Kenyon Mitchell here ran a 4.33 40, but only has a 1.51 split compared to some of these other guys that are run slower 40s but had quicker splits. Tells you about their gaits more than anything, honestly. And it looks like they haven't added Wiggins 4.2 in there yet. Wiggins had a 4.29, so Decca Marion Richardson, Mississippi State. 4.34. Like I said, I love those 6-foot guys that can run. If they're like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", and they can run, ooh, I get excited. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's see, do we have verticals yet for any of them? Hey, they're starting to do their verticals too. We got some good verticals coming in right now. How about broad jump? We got broad jumps in. Ooh, Max Melton coming with a huge broad. My God. 11-4 on broad jump. That is nuts. Mike Sainstrill coming in with that 10-11. Still absolutely nuts. Yeah, I figured. A lot of people are talking about Tommy Eichenberg lost money yesterday. I think Marshawn Nealon made some good money for himself. Oh. Pardon me. Yeah, Forktail, you're a 49er guy, right? All right, they're catching us up here. Cam Hart with his second run, 4.59. They're the same 4.5 area. But Kyle Hamilton's like 6'4". Kyrie Jackson, yeah, he's 6'3" guy running 4.5s. DJ James with a second run, 4.46. They're saying DJ James, James out of Auburn's got quick feet, and to keep an eye on him in footwork drills. We'll see about that. Johnson, 4.66 out of Syracuse. Oof. And that man just lost him some money. 2 4.6 40s. I didn't get his weight. Again, I really wish I had some of these guys' weights. I'm guessing, yeah, they've got them split into two. Let's see. Elijah Jones, Boston College kid, 4.48. Pretty solid. Another Penn State guy that ran a 4.6 earlier, King. 4.62 again. Looks strong, though, to be honest with you. Forktail says, I'm 100% the same way about taller cornerbacks. If they're 4.3 or faster, it definitely piques my interest. Oh, exactly. At the end of the day, you got speed kills, and you got to be able to run the NFL. The field's wider, that's the biggest difference, and space and speed kills. Here's Max Melton again. Again, this is a guy I'm excited to watch a little bit here. Come on, Max. Come on. 4.4. Good stuff. That's a 187 corner. Oh, we're going to get Kenyon Mitchell again. He's going to try to get that 4.29. He's going to try to snatch that lead. I feel it. That's the thing. Like the measurables aren't everything, but there's a reason at the NFL a lot of these guys have certain molds. Like, come on, man. 4.38. He's definitely not happy with the 4.38, but he should be. It's still elite level speed. He looks like he's heading over to the vertical now. Four, 5, 2 again on the dot. And he's just got some ice on his groin. A hip flexor. Just a strain. Yeah, it is good news. Andrew Phillips with a 4.57. Oh, like I said, I wish I could just show the combine, but I would literally get pulled immediately. NFL is likes that they have like exclusive coverage on this, so here's Prince from Ole Miss again, and oh, it looks fast. 4.42. They're talking about Marvin Harrison. Wow. And they're talking about how he just didn't talk to the media. And yeah, basically just came to Indy to talk to teams. Forktail said, "What is crazy though is I saw a list of the fastest recent wide receivers and the faster, the worse they play almost like list. They had 16. DK was the only one that panned out. It's because there are a lot of people that run just super fast now. Like, that's why I tell people like 4.5 does not take you out of my. I look at a 4.5 as the same almost as a 4.4. There's Eric DaCosta. He's got the goggles out or the binoculars. I'm sorry. Four, 5, 1 for Rakestraw. See, my problem is this too, Forktail, is a lot of these teams just see the speed of the wide receivers. I'm not a huge fan of, like, I like slot guys, but slot guys have a role. And, like, I feel, and when Antonio Brown being like, how small he was on the outside and how fast he was an exception because his route running was exceptional. Here's a guy we're kind of looking at again. Decamerion Richardson. 4.34 the first time, 4.36 the second time. And again, just looks so long and rangy, man. I like it. Ozzy looks like he likes him too, honestly. Gotta love Ozzy. Still in the building, still doing the work. like they're saying, man, Ozzie Newsome deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as an executive too. Charles Smith Wade 457. Yeah, let's see. Actually, what's funny is we can go to 40-yard dash, wide receiver, top performers. So now we have the wide receiver list fastest all time. And we'll work through it, actually. We got Tarheeb still. And he false starts. So let's work through this. John Ross had hand issues. Honestly would not have used a first round pick on him probably. Ruggs, nope. Marquise Goodwin, honestly, I don't know enough on him. But of course, he's still in the league, still playing. Thornton, nope. J.J. Nelson, nope. Jacoby Ford has made some plays. Darius Hayward Bay, nope. Hand issues took him off my board. I was like, maybe for the Ravens in the second round, but not the first round. Velvis Jr., nope. Paris Campbell, we know Paris. Andy Isabella. Oh, that's not who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a different guy. Sorry. And then Curtis Samuel, Ohio State. Yeah, not a lot, but a lot. Just like, look how many there are of repeat numbers, you know. Franchise tag deadline's coming up, though. And of course, Matabike going to get the tag for the Ravens if he doesn't get the extension. And Ryan Watts with another 4.53. Forktail says, super impressive. Ozzie has held his position so long in same place. Pretty rare nowadays. Yeah, actually, so here's the thing. A lot of people don't know. Ozzie actually, stepped down as the general manager of the Baltimore Ravens last year. Handed over the reins to Eric DeCosta, or as we know as EDC. Eric DeCosta, as well as Joe Horwitz, who's now running the LA Chargers as their GM. Have been with Ozzie since the beginning, since 1996, since the start. It's been a crazy long ride, 25 years basically. So Ozzie actually gave over the GM role to Eric DeCosta, and then he kind of like transitioned to a executive role, higher than a GM, just supervising the transition and everything, and so it's technically Lamar Jackson, I believe, was Ozzie's last draft. So you could say it's giving EDC a fresh start. But yeah, Hall of Fame tight end, Hall of Fame GM, honestly. The fact that the Ravens, have been in existence since 1996, so we're like 28 years now, basically, 28, 29 years. And we're only on our second ever GM, ever, and Eric DeCosta will probably be the GM of the Baltimore Ravens for at least 10 years minimum. He definitely seems to know what he's doing. Of course, I really would want to know who is responsible for that Caillou Blue Kelly pick last year in the 5th round. I so desperately want to know, because that person got to go. That was a bad pick. I'm going to tell you right now, Caillou was not even on my radar from what I had seen. And it showed. Not only did he get cut after getting drafted, he got cut by 2 other teams, including the Seahawks. It was bad. Yeah, Forktail, he's living the dream now, just advising and insulting like a boss. I agree. And it's one of the things, one thing, I'm looking at 2 high trade partners for the Baltimore Ravens right now. Of course, the first one I'm staring at the New England Patriots at the end of the first round, especially if they go with like a wide receiver. However, I've heard a lot of chatter that the Patriots will go quarterback at the beginning of the draft. Um, and that they're going to add a veteran quarterback afterwards in free agency. They kind of want someone who could start, but also like maybe the rookie could beat him out. Like either way, either the rookie plays extremely well and starts like a CJ Stroud, or they sit him for a little while and maybe start him around week 8 when they're eliminated from the playoffs. But the second person, of course, staring at the LA Chargers. We just talked about it. Hortz was with the Baltimore Ravens for 25 years. He's now the GM. Jim Harbaugh, now the coach over there in LA. Maybe the Baltimore Ravens traded 2025th fourth round pick to the LA Chargers for a trade and sign kind of deal for Khalil Mack. After we make the moves that we do in our offseason plan. Oh, are we going to drills? Yeah, we are. And they're showing the Senior Bowl right now where he was a lockdown, bro. We had a lot of good guys at the Senior Bowl. They're gathering them all together here. Line drill starting off. Like he's saying, keep an eye on feet, quickness. All right, here's Arnold coming out here. No, we're going, to Brownlee. That was some quick feet. Didn't run a 40. Ooh. Wait, who was the last guy that? Green. Kamal Haddon. Yeah, that great, honestly. Felt like that was a slow turn. Ooh. That was good. That was a clean rep, honestly, from Harden. Ooh. Body catch. Little out of control in that last. Isaiah Johnson. Boston College kid Elijah Jones. Playing a little high, but good turns. Ooh. A little early on that second flip. Good footwork. Having to accelerate down, but good catch. Oh, a little high ball, but good effort to get up there. McGlover having a hard time figuring out where the 10-yard line is. Yeah, it's not a good grade there. That's a great run. Oh, bad catch. Slow in that first turn. Good recovery. That was a good rip. Yeah, that's what that was. Ooh, that's a good. Oh, bad catch. He had such a good rep till the catch. Ooh, yeah, he got high there, and then he logged. Yeah, he got high, and that's why he lost control there at the end. You got to sink in. Apologies. A little slow, but he stayed low. Here's Saints drill. A little weird on that one turn, but solid. Yep. Ooh, bad catch there by 36. Tracy McSorley out there throwing. A little slow. Solid rep by Watts there. They really made me do a whole new line for 2 people. There's 41 numbers in the drill. That's annoying. Green. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Forktail says Harbaugh got a little bit better at him. Me a little bitter at him for leaving Michigan. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I mean, how could you not be angry at him for that? And who's the best nickel defensive prospect in your opinion so far? Ah, I don't know. There's quite a bit of nickel guys. Back paddle. Hold on, sorry. Back in 45. 45. That's a good run right there. Body. Man, Harden just looks good. That's the second rep I think he's been an all-star. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That guy's caught my eye. Number 13, Harden from South Dakota, the 195 corner at 4.52. I feel like his footwork has honestly been some of the best footwork in the line in the back 45. Like so far, I mean, it's only been 2 drills so far, but I really feel like he's looked good. What's his 10-yard split at? Number 13, Hardy. Wait, no, that's different. Harden. Where is his? Let's see, he ran 4.52 or 4.51 officially. 5'11", 195, 29 7/8. 162. A 162 split. So he might not have that next level speed. Swear though, man, he looked good with his footwork though. Maybe because he is slower. Guess we'll have to find out. Let me see. Where is he listed? Mock draft. Yeah, Jarvis Brownlee, Andrew Phillips, both good guys that are really highly touted. Max Melton might be a really good guy. I mean, if you're looking for nickel corners, I mean, Max is a 6-foot guy. Same with Brownlee. What about Phillips? So it's funny is all 3 of the guys I got eyes on are all 6'3" or 6-foot guys. Chris Abram's 5'11". You could basically say he's 6 foot as well. There he is, Harden. Played mostly on the outside, but lined up even over top D line and in the box. Played a little bit of everywhere. Played better in coverage last year. Interesting. But he played 775 defensive snaps. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got to check something about that. Okay. That's on par. 651, 538, 79844. Okay. He played a lot of snaps this past year though. All right, back pedal 45 break. They just literally just ignored an entire drill again. I fucking hate this coverage, bro. And of course, Terry and Arnold looking good. Didn't get the ball though. This is a good drill, Jarvis Brownlee. Yep, try to stay on the hash. He got a little outside the hash, so. Ryan Cooper, number 5 here. A little outside the. Good effort to get to that ball, though. Number 7. Okay. Marcellus Dial. Good job staying in the hash. A little awkward on that last one. Locate the ball. Hey, that was a good rep by Dial right there. Ronaldo Green here coming in a little slow on that first turn. Open them hips up, my boy. Let's see if he high points the ball. And pretty good rep. Kamal Haddon. I've seen him in some mocks. I'm excited to see him move. I don't know about that hip movement. Let's see if he high points. I've not been that impressed by Haddon. All right, let's see if he does good in this drill. See, man, his feet just look good. Maybe he just doesn't have that speed. Daquan Hardy from Penn State. A little high look like on that second turn. Good rep, though. Here's Cam Hart, Notre Dame. I feel like he predicted, but man, he looked on point. Let's see if he high points. Man, that's a good rep. James from Auburn, a little high, but good movement on his feet. See if he gets high point. Good rep. $19. Quick turns. I kind of like that, actually. He looked pretty good. Oh, and the drop would have been a good rep if they got a catch, too. Elijah Jones. Getting a little outside that hash. And definitely have a good catch, but definitely misjudged the ball a little bit. That's Jerry and Jones here, FSU. Look pretty clean and good catch. King. Good job. Good catch by Kessiter there. Solid rep, not like great, but very definitely jumped a little early. Solid rep by Melton. Let's see if he gets a good high point. Good stuff. Yeah, like they're saying, Melton could be a second round pick here. He does. Mitchell looked real good on that rep. TCU guy here, solid rep, little awkward getting out the gate, and good high point though. Good job. Another good rep by Phillips. DeAndre Prince. Oh, would have been a good rep if he got that catch. Pritchett. Got a little side the hash there. And good catch. Roland Wallace, USC. A little slow off the start. Good start, or finish though, I'm sorry, and good catch. Here's Sainer still. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, that was such a good rep too. Good catch. Slow down, slow down. That's funny. Ooh, that was all within the marks. Good catch. Outside there. Josh Wallace and decent. Oh, Watts had a good opportunity. A little bit of pass interference on that, but yeah. Man, look at how clean that rep was from Hart. Yeah, Lassiter I had ranked really well on that drill. It's just always good to see at the very end of the drills when they're like showing the examples and they are a lot of, there's one guy I was like, yeah, that looked like a good run. And they're like, yeah, here's an example. Usually like case point, every time it was Kenyon Mitchell or Frisk yesterday, they're like, yeah, yeah, which you kind of like you expect it, but like we got, like they said, we got a lot of fast corners. Saner's still not a big interception guy, but definitely a pass breakup guy. I feel that. I feel like current players don't have, like, defensive backs just don't have the ball skills. My God, those mile per hour speeds, 24 miles per hour for Nate Wiggins. You got to give Elijah Jones the concentration on that catch, but I'd rather not have those concentration issues. What up, Charlotte? Oh, man. I don't know about y'all. I am tired. And Saquon might be headed to Houston. That's going to be crazy. I love how Streambot's just like, because the dot. That's why it's like, that's crazy. Streamlabs literally saw the dot and was like, don't post links. Hilarious. Ignored the Streambot. This is going to be such a tough draft, guys. Like, I'm excited for this draft, but I'm not, because there's just so many good players I want. And I want to trade down so I can get more of them. Like, if I could get 2 picks somehow in the top, looks like maybe 55, I feel like I could have a lot of fun. Charlotte, Streamlabs, I don't know why whenever you put the dang Q Mitchell, I'm guessing because all the actual you know, the commas and the dots, it thought it was a link. So uh, I'm always for Baltimore trading down, honestly. Like, case in point, I'm looking at the mock draft right now, and oh, we got the safeties. Oh no, we're on the other side of the drill here. They're bringing it back out with Kenyon Mitchell. And like, this is what I hate, man. Like, I just missed again half of the defensive back drills for no reason. Like, NFL, this is garbage coverage. If you're going to have exclusive coverage like this, please give us better coverage, NFL. This is so upsetting. Like, we literally missed half of the drills because they just weren't showing it. Oh, he got up for that ball. Good catch. Oh, we can't be trading Patrick Queen. He's a free agent. We have no rights to trade him. Good catch by Pritchett. So that's not going to happen. Oh, that was a great catch by Roland Wallace. Here's Sandra still. Definitely clean staying in those lines. Quick turn. And good high point. Again, a round of applause after that rep. That's how you know you got a really good rep. Good footwork by Wade here, Smith Wade. And decent high point. Tarheeb still from Maryland. Good turn. See the ball. Pretty good. I feel like seeing good reps out of the... I guess I wish I could have seen all the reps. Definitely not as fast as Sanders. Still, you can see that speed difference here with Wallace. And here's Watts, the final. Ah, I got behind him there. NFL, you suck. Like, how much of these drills I missed. No, we don't have one more year. He was already on his 5th year, and then the wide receivers don't go on till Saturday. And I think they're going to go to safeties now. I'm just upset that they passed on so many drills. Like, this is the W drill for the defensive backs. Such a slow break and pedal right there, I feel like. Good rep by Dial there. Good rep again by Green. That was so slow. Sorry, I missed Hardy's rep. Cam Hart here. We're excited to see him a little bit. I don't know where Henry goes, honestly. A lot of people, of course, are saying Baltimore, but I don't know. I don't think it really happens. Just to even get there creates so much. We'd have to do so much. Yeah, bro, backpedal. He's Elijah Jones. That's a bad rep. He's like not even backpedaling, bro. You got to get to that 5 yards. He's like Elijah Jones was getting like halfway there, maybe. That's how it's done, though. He was actually getting back on those back pedals. That's a good rep. Here's one of our guys again. Ooh. Almost lost his step there a little bit. Ooh, slipped a little bit. Newton looked good on that one. Don't show us Rich Eisen grabbing tissues and shoving them in the camera. Show me the drills. Suck it, ESPN or NFL. Like, I just missed an entire drill now and half of another. I don't care about that. I'm here to watch the drills. Be right back, guys. Oh, honestly, guys, I'm halfway tempted just to kill the stream for today so I can just do this in quiet. I'm just so freaking tired. Oh, and it's gym night. Oh, I forgot it's gym night. Today Friday. Yep. Oh, today's leg day. And the thing is, guys, we're slowly building our weight up to a targeted weight. So every week we're adding basically 10 pounds on to whatever we're lifting. So and this is the first week of the increasing. Basically, I've been slowly increasing and doubling. Like I doubled my original lifting number, and now I'm trying to double my lifting number again. I'm trying to get to that, where I can sit there and I can bench that 225, kind of deal. Get at least a solid 10 to 20 reps at 225 and I'll be happy. You know, we're halfway there. But we're getting there slowly. But we're doing currently upper and lower body workouts until we head to a push-pull regimen. And of course, what's funny is we end every workout with, some cardio, some sprinting and stuff like that. Almost a lot like some of the drills that they're doing now here. So it's, it's kind of funny. Every once in a while I've been thinking about like sitting there and videoing my drills and putting them up there like, oh, me running my drills. Don't worry about me. I might do it tonight, honestly, just to have some fun. Backpedal a 90-degree break. This is a good one. And of course, they're starting this drill halfway through. Like, that's so infuriating. But hey, what up, Penguin? How you doing, my guy? I got your draft needs. I'm looking at a lot of these defensive backs, actually. I feel like you might be looking at. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about it. Like I said, as I get more people in here, I'm thinking about staying, but I'm probably not. I think I only got like maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night, too. I got up early today and been doing a lot of work, and I started doing my research on a lot of these guys and prepping for the next few days. Offensive line is definitely going to be one of the big ones for the Ravens. So I'm staring down the offensive line, which is Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. I really wish I was going to the combine tomorrow, honestly. Like actually at the combine in Indianapolis. I just was not ready to drop like the $300 or $400 on the hotels. That was a good rep by Wallace. Yeah, I think so. Oh, thank you. But Yeah, dude, you're not. I know, man. I know. Jordan Love, we talked about it. Really was going to be that guy. Let me see here. Hold on. Find my sticky notes about Green Bay. All right. So let me see here. Green Bay. Not too many free agents. Of course, you've got Nijman, your left tackle, coming in with 21% of the snaps. AJ Dillon coming in with 45% of the snaps. On the defensive secondary, though, that's why we're talking about potentially heading that way in the draft for the Green Bay Packers. I know they might want to add some additional offensive line, but on the defensive side, free agents Nixon, Savage, Ford, Ballantyne, Owens. There's been talk about moving on from Jair Alexander as well. And just those guys I mentioned, Nixon playing 72% of the snaps, Savage playing 50% of snaps, Ford playing 50% of snaps, Ballantyne coming in with 40% of snaps, and Owens with 70% of the snaps. So that's why I have the Green Bay Packers as potentially one of the teams looking for defensive backs in this draft, and even maybe potentially in free agency, depending on if they create some cap room based around a bunch of different moves, honestly. I do plan to do my off-season plans. I'm going to be doing the off-season plans after the combine ends. Of course, starting with the Baltimore Ravens. We've got off-season plan for Baltimore, Green Bay, Buffalo, Seattle, Carolina, and I might add one more team to that, maybe Chicago or New England potentially. But we'll see about it, right? But yeah, honestly, guys, like I said, I might cut the stream for today. I'm super exhausted, super tired, and feel like I'd rather take today and take these drills at my own pace, eating some chori cheese dip. And you can keep Alexander. I think right now y'all have somewhere around 14 million in cap space. You know what? Let me pull my over the cap on the Packers real quick since I've got you in here. Green Bay. So currently, you have $14 million in cap space. Going to need somewhere around $7 million to probably sign the draft class. So effectively, only $7 million to re-sign a lot of free agents, extend players, as well as bring anyone in. Honestly, for me, one of the things I would be thinking about if I was the Green Bay Packers, David Bakhtiari, of course, is a outstanding player at left tackle. But from my understanding, he's missed almost all 2021, like half of 2022, and basically all of 2023. He's scheduled to make $40 million against the Green Bay salary cap. Just by cutting him, you could free up $21 million in cap this year, basically. Um, Not really eating any dead money on cutting him. So I know if I was the Packers, this might be unpopular among Green Bay. I would move on from David Bakhtiari, or hopefully maybe renegotiate the deal potentially to keep him in Green Bay, you know. But a $40 million cap hit for that tackle is kind of crazy. And just in that move alone, your cap space jumps from 14 million to 35 million, which is enough to literally go sign any top tier free agent you want for this year, or really be picky and go get a good amount of free agents or extend players, other players. Yep. And so there we go. David Bakhtiari moving literally puts y'all at $35 million in cap space, frees you up to re sign any and all free agents that you want to keep. It's a very heavy tackle draft class, so there's going to be plenty of ways to replace him. I know another player I kind of have my eye on a little bit is going to be Devondre Campbell Cutting him pre-6 or June doesn't save much money, but the cut post-June could free up $10 million. I think there might be some linebackers that are really good in this draft. He's looks like he's on the way down at 31 years old potentially. And again, $10 million is a lot of cap money. Yeah, I agree. But the Packers, honestly, out of all the teams I've analyzed, the 6 different teams I was kind of messing around with their cap and looking at their free agents and the various little moves, Green Bay was honestly in one of the best positions that I've seen out of all those teams. So congrats on that, my guy. You are in a great position. Defensive backs, honestly, I'm kind of impressed with this defensive back class. I think we're going to see quite a few of these guys go in the second round. But some of these guys could sneak into the third. The safety class is a little weaker. But with that being said, there might be some safeties out there in this free agent class. Micah Hyde might be available from the Bills, for example. Jordan Whitehead from the Jets. Kyle Duggar from the Patriots might be a very attractive option potentially. Kevin Bard is, I feel like there's a reason he was cut. But as for young safeties, oof. Oh, it's got to be Anton Winfield Jr. I forgot he's there. He's definitely got to be one of the most sought-after guys coming out. Geno Stone for the Ravens could be another target. Please don't do it, though. Of course, you could just re-sign Jonathan Owens. Jordan Fuller from the Rams actually is a really good target. Cameron Curl is one of the under-the-radar free agent guys from the Washington Commanders. Might be a great fit, actually, for the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, you got a bright future, my guy. That is for sure. Let me see. Who did it have y'all taking in this mock? It had y'all taking, Troy Fatanu, the tackle out of Washington. So, yeah, it has y'all going tackle first round. I want to see, what does it have y'all taken in the second round? I'm just going to pick a random wide receiver. And then has y'all going edge in the second round, which, okay. And I've seen a lot of that philosophy from the Green Bay stuff that I've been reading, that you just can't have enough edge rushers. So, I saw y'all locked up Preston Smith already. But all right, my boy Penguin, I think I'm actually gonna head out. Like I said, it's just not. I'm not feeling really up to it today. But I will catch you later, my guy. I'm glad to see you. Good talking to you again. Been wondering where you been at. But look forward to the off-season plan of